Okay, oligopoly, we were talking about in our previous lesson. Oligopoly means a few sellers and many buyers of similar products, and there are strong barriers to enter in this market. And every firm's action is having reaction by the rival firms. What I said? Every firm is having reaction by the rival firms. Because of this thing, the decisions of each firm are interdependent upon each other. If one firm is going to change the price of the product, then the other firms will also react. Sometimes when one firm is decreasing the price, other firms will also follow the same trend. They will also decrease the price of their product. Okay, one firm is going to increase the price, but the other firms are not going to increase. So this is called what? Every action of one firm is reacted by the rival firms. Okay. Now what do we mean by price rigidity model of oligopoly? I said to you earlier, the firms are having two types of situations. Either to compete with each other, or they have to cooperate with each other. And if they are going to compete with each other, that can be of two types. That is called price war, and second one is called non-price war. So this is basically price rigidity model is talking about the non-price war. Firms are not going to compete with each other on the basis of the prices. Rather, they are going to compete on non-price basis, like on advertisement, brand proliferation, brand loyalty, market segmentation. So there are different ways to compete with each other instead of the prices. So today we are going to see how the firms are having price rigidity. They are not going to change the price of the product. For example, you will see the advertisements of the Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola. Both are producing the beverages. Do they compete on prices? They have the similar prices in the market, but they have competition in making their marketing techniques. Like advertising, they are having separate types of advertising in which they are persuading the consumer that their product is better than the rival firm. And they are also competing on taste. They are also competing on brand loyalty. So these are the areas in which the firms are competing with each other. So here the firms are facing the kinked demand curve. What type of demand curve it is? Kinked demand curve, which is the market demand curve. It is having kink in the middle. Clear? So can you draw this kinked demand curve over here? This is the quantity, this is the price in the market. Its upper part is elastic and lower part is inelastic. So demand equals to average revenue. Here the market demand is having elasticity greater than 1, and here the elasticity of demand is less than 1. Clear? Now see, if price is increased from this kink, if price is increased on the elastic part, what happens when price increases on this part? Its total revenue will decrease, isn't it? In case of elastic demand, you had studied in your previous class that elastic demand, when there is increase in price, there will be decrease in total revenue. Do you think the firms will be increasing the price of the product? No, because there will be decrease in the total revenue, because quantity demanded will decrease by more proportion as the change in price. So the firms are not having a decision to increase the price, because it will decrease the total revenue. On the inelastic part, what is inelastic demand? In case of inelastic demand, you studied both price and revenue, they move in same direction. So here, if firm decreases the price, its total revenue will also fall. cannot change the price from this kink. It will remain to stay at the kink of this demand curve. Followed my point or not? Here, if any firm in the market having increase in its cost of production, it can compromise on profit, but it will not change the price of the product because it will benefit the rival firms. And there will be decrease in its total revenue. If it is going to increase the price, its total revenue will decrease, but the other firm who is not going to increase the price, that will get more market share. So the loss of revenue of one firm will be the gain of the revenue of the other firm. Clear? This is called zero sum gain. Zero sum gain. The total gain of the market is zero. When one firm is losing the total revenue, that will be the gain of the other firm. So the market gain will become zero. Now see, this will be the price in the market. This is price rigidity. What will be the shape of marginal revenue in this case when the firm is facing a kink demand curve? What will be the shape of marginal revenue? It starts from the same point. For the elastic part, the marginal revenue is also flatter one. It is having elastic part, flatter part, and in between it is having dissected part at the kink, because at the kink it cannot be defined. So the marginal revenue is dissected at the part of the kink. On the inelastic part it will become steeper, whereas on the elastic part it is flatter. So in between these 2 points it is undefined. So marginal revenue is having dissected part at the kink of the demand curve. Now this firm has to decide the profit maximizing level of output. It is the point where marginal revenue equals to marginal cost. Now its marginal cost will be lying in this part of the dissected part of the marginal revenue. So now the firm is producing this equilibrium level of output. Clear? And if we draw the average cost, so do you see this is the average total cost of this oligopolistic firm. So what type of profit this firm is earning? Supernormal profit is earned by this firm. What type of profit it is? Supernormal profit. Alright? So even this cost of production of the firm shifts upward due to internal reasons. So it is not going to change its price in the market. Rather it will compromise on its profit level, but it will keep the price and output remain fixed. This is the price rigidity model of oligopoly, where we find that firms are facing a kink demand curve, where its upper part is elastic and lower part is inelastic. So if they are going to change the price other than this kink, in both the cases either price is increased or decreased, the total revenue of the firm will decrease. So they don't have to change the price other than this kink, and they are going to produce at this kink when marginal revenue and marginal cost are also lying in the same part. And now the firm, existing firms, they are earning what type of profit? Supernormal profit. So do you think this firm is achieving economic efficiency? Is it producing at minimum of average cost? No productive efficiency by this firm. No productive efficiency, because it is not producing at the minimum point of its average cost. It is X inefficient, or it is having productive inefficiency. This is the minimum point of average cost, where marginal cost is intersecting the average cost from its minimum point. Do you think it is having allocative efficiency as well? We see price is more than marginal cost, so no allocative efficiency. No allocative efficiency is achieved by this firm. So firm is having productive and allocated inefficiencies, so it means there is no economic efficiency or there is economic inefficiency in this case of oligopolistic firm, which is facing a kinked demand curve in the market. So on which basis it is going to compete? On brand loyalty, on advertisement, on brand proliferation, market segmentation. So these are the areas of competition, but they are not going to adopt price war in this case. Follow? So this is about oligopoly price rigidity model. Now the next model is price leadership model. We will do it tomorrow.
Sir,